Hi, my name is Rob Landolfi. Today I want to talk to you about gravy. At Diamond Crystal Brands, we've developed an impressive line of gravies that taste great, and you'll be proud to show them to your customers. Just like understanding the 4 C's for choosing the perfect diamond, our 4 C's of selling will guide you through the sales calls and give you the tools you need to sell more Chef's Companion gravy. Let's get started. When selling gravy, your first step is to connect with the customer. Everything we do always starts with the customer's needs at the forefront. Take a look at their menu and talk with the chef operator to find out how are they using gravy today? What are their needs? Which gravy products are they currently using and how do they prepare them? About how much product do they use in a week? Are they satisfied? Are they planning to add any new menu items that will require gravy? You'll want to review your checklist for your upcoming appointment. Secure Diamond Crystal Brand samples and competitive product, making sure the products are within code. Try to show no more than 3 to 4 flavors of gravy. Find out what the customer's #1 volume gravy is in their operation and start there. If you are unable to find out what the operator uses, or if you are showing your gravies to the DSR or at a food show, we recommend taking Chef's Companion peppered gravy, brown gravy, country gravy, and biscuit gravy. For operators seeking low sodium options, show Chef's Companion low sodium peppered gravy. Be sure you have all the measurable containers and equipment you'll need, and bring enough sampling supplies for all the attendees. Have your selling presentation and POS either in electronic format or printed, and be sure to have spec sheets and nutritional information available. Print evaluation forms and provide pencils for all the attendees. At the appointment, you'll encourage the operator to make notes on the form for your discussion during and after the cutting. The next step is to conduct the cutting by laying out your sample cups and spoons, evaluation forms, and point of sale. Wash your hands and then begin your food preparation. Always use a wire whisk when blending dry mix ingredients, and be sure to use a saucepan or round container that is large enough to allow for mixing. First, I'll walk you through making gravy using the instant method, which does not require a stovetop. You will need 1 gallon of hot water that can either be pulled from your Bud machine, a coffee maker, or just brought up to just below a simmer. You want to measure your 1 gallon of water, and you want to bring it up to about 180 to 200 degrees. If you're not sure what temperature it is, just pull out your trusty thermometer and just check it. Be sure to check the water temperature with a thermometer, because if it's too cold, the gravy will be lumpy. If it's too hot, the starch molecules will burst, making the gravy too thin. This one is perfect. Right on the mark. Here we go. Whisk away. And what we want to do is, again, scrape the sides of the vessel, get all the powder off the sides, and whisk away. And once you get it all incorporated, you'll see you'll have this wonderful gravy. That looks great. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put on the cap, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. Now I'll demonstrate the easy stovetop or 2-step method, which guarantees no lumps. I recommend using this method unless you don't have access to a stovetop. Measure 3 quarts of water into a saucepan. And what you want to do is you want to bring that up to just below a boil. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a 1 quart of water right here, room temperature. We're going to take our Chef's Companion gravy, and what we're making is we're actually making a slurry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk this as I add the gravy mix. That looks good. Now what you want to do again, make sure you mix it up good, make sure it's incorporated, scrape the sides of the container, get all that powdered gravy mix off of there, and you're good to go. That's your slurry. Now what we're going to do is we're literally going to add this to our 3 quarts of boiling water, continually mixing. we're going to bring it right back up to a boil. Now you want to stir it to consistency. About 90 seconds is what it's going to take. So just continue to stir it. As soon as it comes up to a boil, you know you're almost there. There it is. Ready for this? Peppered gravy, no lumps. Okay? The gravy is ready to serve immediately, or you can hold it on your steam table at a minimum of 140 degrees. Ease and flexibility are signature traits of Chef's Companion dry mixes. They taste great, offer consistency, and require minimal shelf-stable storage. Plus, there are no cans to open or scoop out, which mitigate the risk of employees cutting themselves or metal shavings getting into the food. Use these sampling tips while cutting your product. To avoid product mix-ups, label your saucepans and sampling cups. Just like so. Masking tape works great for labeling saucepans, and felt tip markers or colored dots can be used to label sampling cups. Use letters like R, S, and T for labeling sampling cups rather than A, B, or C, which imply good, better, or best. The order in which the products are tasted can influence results, so when doing a competitive cutting, position the Diamond Crystal Brands product first. All the samples being tasted should be approximately the same temperature. About 150 to 160 degrees is ideal. If one sample is hotter than another, it could influence the flavor as well as the thickness of the product. Offer room temperature water, unsalted crackers, or sliced apples to help cleanse the palate and prevent carryover flavors. And consider tasting products with host food. For example, I got a biscuit here. Nothing like a little biscuits and gravy right there. That's what I'm talking about. Consider tasting products with host food, because what this does is this actually shows the chefs or the operators, gives them ideas of items they can actually put on their menu. You might choose to display as a hero plate that is well presented to provide additional product appeal. Be sure your customer utilizes the evaluation sheet so you can capture their comments and direct the conversation. Finally, ask the operator the best way to dispose of any leftover product. Be cognizant that products like gravy can clog the sinks. If the operator instructs you to dispose of the product in the sink, be sure you run hot water while pouring it down. And always leave the area cleaner than you found it. Now it's time to clarify next steps by answering any questions the operators may have. Be sure to provide spec sheets along with nutritional information and pricing. Pack sizes and yields vary from one manufacturer to another, so comparing price strictly on the basis of case costs can be deceiving. So always communicate cost per fluid ounce or cost per gallon, whichever is relevant to your customer. Other steps might include proprietary formula changes for large volume customers, which will require you to submit a form with additional information. You've convinced the operator that Chef's Companion is the best gravy out there, so now it's time to close the sale and take the order. But you aren't done with your sale. Now is the opportunity to grow the volume and become a valued resource for your customers. Be sure to help the customer merchandise their new gravy. Upsell with adjacent products like other easy-to-mix sauces. You might want to suggest a recipe and stir-in ideas, which can all be found on dcbrands.com and the sales portal. Also, don't forget to add operator to your GEMS email blast list and continuously revisit the first C. Connect with your customer. Hopefully you've gained a greater knowledge and comfort level with our full line of gravies. Now you are ready to sell. If you need to refer to this information, it will also be provided in your PDF format and can be found on the Diamond Crystal Brands sales portal. Thanks for watching.